Good morning, guys. I am coming to you from Marrakesh. I am in Marrakesh for a couple of days, and then I'll be in Merzouga. And I thought I can't let my, channel go while I'm here. I still got to put out some content, and obviously I'm not ready yet for my trip videos. So I thought, what was a good story to tell for a new video? So I thought about the one story that a lot of people don't know, or they know a very little part of, and that is how the Rabat police saved the day. They actually saved the day. They saved my sanity, and it's about my missing car. All right, so let me tell you this story because it's kind of actually really, really funny, and I feel like this shit would only happen to me if you know me, and yeah. It's so quiet here in the morning. No one is up yet. A fun fact. I don't know if it's technically a fact, but I feel like it's fact that I've noticed. So for me, this is fact enough. Moroccans are not morning people. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure there are some Moroccans that are morning people, but I would say as a vast majority, they're not morning people, which is fine, but don't come here thinking everything is open early. It's almost, I think it's like 7:30 now, almost 8 o'clock, and nothing is open. I'm hoping the cafe is open because I want to go have some nas. Guys, look at this. That's too zoomed. Look at this. Our residence has its own mosque. Beautiful. All right, I did see there's a cafe here, so we're gonna go check out the cafe. I've got to have some coffee. Guys, I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep, if that. I went to bed around almost 4 a.m. last night, this morning, and I was back up at 7. Oh my God, so it's more like 3 hours sleep, guys. I'm running on Dunkin', except I'm not. I'm not running on Dunkin'. I'm running on fumes, and I need some Dunkin'. It's so pretty here. I really want to go out the residence here and walk a little bit to go to the square. The only thing is like, this is not the city that I would go to buy stuff on my own. Because it is the biggest tourist place, they're definitely going to ask me like for more money. I've already gotten that. So, all right, guys, let's go check out. There's a cafe over here. I'm not sure if this one is open, but there is one next to me right here that's open. Let's go see. I want nas really, really bad. All right, the reason why everybody's at this cafe is because this one's closed, the one that I saw yesterday. All right, guys, we'll go to this one. It's no big deal. We're just getting coffee because I'm going to make some bacon and eggs at home because I got all that bacon. So let's have some nas. All right, guys, I went to go have coffee there, but it's like there's like a film crew here for something, and I don't know, they knew they were coming, so they're busy with them making their refix, and there's no other place. Oh my God, look at the Hi. Oh my God, you're so cute. You're so cute. Huh? Hi, mommy. Is that your baby? You gotta watch her. Yes, they're babies. That's your baby. All right, the guy said if I go left, there's another cafe. I don't know. There's a lot of trees here, so it's actually kind of hard to see. Oh my God, there's underground parking. Not that you would actually need it, because there actually is a lot of parking here. All right, let's check out over here. Oh, I see tables. I think we have a winner. Let's just hope they're open. All right, guys, my quest for nas is over. I just found there's actually a little coffee shop, or maybe it's a restaurant too, but he specifically does coffee. And I order my nas with kleta shukor. Normally I would do Rabat, Hamza, But you guys are on my butt about how much sugar, so I'm gonna cut it down today to Coletta. So be nice. All right, so let's get back to the story of how the Rabat police saved the day and found my car. Okay, so let's back up to why was my car missing? So this happened probably like, I don't know, maybe 3 months ago. I was in Rabat, as I always am, and I had to go to a store, return something. And I parked. This was in Agdale, by the way. I parked my car. I did take notice, I felt like at the time, where I parked or things that happened to me right there. Like there was a dog that was a puppy and it was so cute. And I wanted it to like be friendly and let me pet it. It didn't happen. It was scared. But that was like right at the corner of where I parked my car. I also remember parking my car a certain way because it was a direction. It wasn't a one-way street because I didn't see a sign, but all the cars were going one certain way. And I was on the one side of the street. So I was parked on the left side of the street facing the main road. Like the main road being the road that has like all the restaurants like the taco place, McDonald's, KFC, the main road, okay? So I park, I go do my thing. I'm probably gone from like an hour and a half to 2 hours. I start to walk back and I have no thought that I don't see my car. I'm like, and then when I thought I knew where it was and it wasn't there, I'm like, okay, I must be wrong where I put it. So I start looking and I look and I look some more. Like I look a lot. I end up looking for a straight hour, okay? Now you're thinking, well, an hour might not be that long, right? No, okay? It was long because where I was, it wasn't like you could just park wherever, like far away and you would know. Like where I parked, it was where a certain area was. So when I was looking and I would get to a point where I'm like, okay, I definitely didn't park here. Something's wrong. Yeah. Okay, guys, my nus is here. I'm going to show it to you and finish the story. All right, I got my nus. Guys, nus, it always looks like this. There's the hot cream, the milk and the coffee. Now, like I said, I usually get Rabat. Oh my God, I just dropped that one, which means I'm still going to use it. There's a 5-second rule in America. We're going to blow on it. Okay, no, it's good. Okay, my perception is not good. There's one. And I'm only going to do Cletta because I'm trying to do better for you guys. I don't want to hear in the comments that I use too much sugar. I'm going to tell you right now, though, it's going to need another one. But, all right, let me finish this story about my car and how the police saved me. All right, guys, let's get back to the story. So, I look for my car for an hour. I cannot find it. I'm like, I've got to say something to somebody. I didn't have to. I looked a mess. I think I may have even been crying. And somebody comes up to me who doesn't really speak English, but I know they're asking me, am I okay? And I didn't know the word for car before. I do now. Towmobile, that's car. I just said, I went like this, and I went, guys, charades is very important here. Charades save lives, or save cars. And he said, Meshi Mushkil, which means not a problem. So I assumed he was going to help me find it. So we look around where I'm at, and he goes with me, and we can't find it. All right, guys, I'm almost done my nus, so I want to finish the story of this car. So for an hour, like I said, I looked for it, and then a man saw me, like, visibly upset. And he told me we look for it. We start looking for it for like a half hour. We cannot find the car. Then he tells me he finds somebody that does speak English. And that guy tells me maybe they towed it. And he says, maybe we need to go look at the tow yard. So I get in a taxi and we go to a tow yard. We get there and they don't have my car, guys. I am so upset. Still, this is probably like going on hour 3 of looking for my car in Rabat, and I could not find it. I'm very, very upset. I decide, they say, go to the police station. They say, why don't we just go to the police station? I said, Meshi Mushkil, I'll go. Shukran for help, but I will go for myself. I go to the police station, and surprisingly, most of those in Rabat, and I feel like it must have been the neighborhood I was in, because I've been in Rabat every day and I see so many English speakers. But where I was this time, this police station, there was only one person that spoke fluent English, and it was a woman, and I think she was a police captain. She was very, very high up there. She was getting respect. I was feeling good about it. And I went in her office and I told her what happened, and she would start asking me for my passport, like asking for all these. She asked me what my father did for a living. I'm like, I don't have a father. It was very strange for me because I just wanted my car and I was very upset, and I just didn't know what my father's profession had to do with me as a 44-year-old adult with my car. So I was a little frustrated just because I was also hungry. Guys, being hungry will have you do and act strange. So keep that in mind. I was just very, very upset. She's like, you don't need to be upset. We will find your car. I said, you know what? Oh, my phone was dying too, guys. I think my phone actually did die in the police station. I said, I just want to go home, okay? My kids were at home. They knew I was going somewhere, but I'd already been a while, and I wanted to go home to them. So I said, I'll come back later and look for it. They assured me that my car was not stolen. They said, we promise you, it's Morocco, your car is not stolen. And where I parked was Agdal. They said, no one is stealing a car in Agdal. There are cameras everywhere. There are police everywhere. It's a rich area. No one is stealing my 2023 Dacia, okay? People aren't going to be stealing a Dacia, okay? So that kind of made me feel better, but at the same time, I still needed my car back. So I go back home. I call my friend who's a Moroccan, but unfortunately they were actually in Meknes at the time, so they couldn't really hands-on help me. And I was just feeling so frustrated and so lost and so defeated. And I decide that later on the day, after I calm down, after I, deal with the kids, I'm going to go back to Rabat and look for my car again. So around 6 o'clock that night, I go back to Rabat. I take a InDrive, and I go back to Rabat to the area where I think my car is. And I don't see it again, right? I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go to the police station again, a different police station. I go to this police station, and let me tell you, they treated me like I was someone very important. I'm not someone important. I wasn't then, I wasn't now. I'm just a foreigner woman, dumb, who couldn't find her car. But these policemen, first of all, none of the policemen that I dealt with at this time wore police uniforms. Everyone was in plain clothes. And the police station wasn't busy with all kinds of police officers doing police things. It was mostly a vacant building where there was one guy that was a receptionist type of thing. Again, no uniform. And he brought me down into the basement, which actually was a little creepy to me because it just had a desk and some chairs. And they did have some people in one of the rooms that I don't know if they're detained, arrested. I'm not sure. So no speculation on what happened to these people. But I was like, I just want my car. And I'm going to this basement, and all of a sudden there's 5 plainclothes policemen that come in the room. One of them spoke very good English. The rest, shwiya English. But they understood. If they didn't speak English, they still understood English. That is something you need to know about a lot of people in Morocco. There's a lot of people that they might not speak English, but they understand. Femtik. They understand English. So this guy's asking me questions. He said, you know what? We're just going to get in a car and we're going to go look for your car. I thought he meant they were going to go look for my car. No, guys. They put me in the backseat of this police car. 2 guys get in. They start smoking in the car. That is something that threw me through a loop. In America, police officers are not allowed to smoke in their cars. I didn't care. I thought it was cool as shit. I felt like I was living a movie. I felt like this was literally a movie script. And we start driving around. Now, this is where it gets to be, just makes me feel so safe, okay? As we're driving around, randomly we would pull over into the darkness and a man would come out of the darkness and he'd come up to the car and they'd speak Darija. All right, guys, the story is not over, so I just ordered another nas. I need to be awake today. It is early in the morning. We got a full day packed here in Marrakesh. We're going to go back to the souk. We're going to get some stuff for the kids. I want to get some jerseys for you. Jack, Cameron, I'm getting you guys jerseys. You know it. Jack, I don't know which one you want. Inshallah, I will find the one you want. Cameron, and I'm going to look for a pink jersey for you or something fun with lots of colors like you wanted. We're also going to go do the carriage ride so that we can see more Marrakesh and I show you guys. All right, so back to the story. Like I said, the guys would come out and they would talk Darija and then he'd go back. It's like everywhere you go, you don't need to be worried in Morocco. This is why. There are so many people that are watching for the safety and like the intelligence of the whole country. The Moroccan police, the Moroccan security intelligence, whatever you want to call it, is literally top notch. There's police officers, obviously, you see in right in front of you. You see the buildings and all, but there's also something that you don't see, and that is the countless Moroccans that are behind the scenes, or like not like secret agents, but there's a name for it. Actually, in one of my comments, in one of my videos, people commented that in each neighborhood there is somebody that reports to police, and I think it's so smart and so like it just, guys, it makes me feel so safe living in Morocco. If you guys haven't checked out my video of is Morocco safe, I'm not going to spoil it. It is, but go check out that video. So like I said, we're looking around for my car. Now, during all this time, my landlord, Eunice, shout out to Eunice, he's a G. My friend calls him, the friend that's not in Tamara at the second, that usually helps me. He calls my landlord who lives in Sla and tells him what's going on. He contacts me. He's like, Erin, meshi mushkil, we will find your car, right? Eunice is the most amazing landlord ever. He's not just a landlord, he's a friend. He helps me with so much stuff. And he's very, very smart. And he's like, we're going to find your car. So the police have me still. We're looking. Finally, about an hour after driving around, they say, you know what? We're going to still look for your car. But I complained I was tired. I was up very, very early this morning. I've been looking for my car for hours. I really just wanted to go home at this point and try another day, right? I really felt confident that my car was not stolen. I just was like, what happened to my car? It makes no sense. So I tell them I want to go home. Well, on my way back to the police station, my landlord calls me and he's like, Erin, just stay there. We will find your car. We will find your car. And he comes and I get in his car. We go look. And now by this time, I'm kind of really cranky because I'm actually very tired. It's like 10 o'clock at night. I have been up all day. I'm very, very tired. And finally, after maybe like 20 minutes of looking around, I tell him I just want to go home. He brings me back home, which is Tamara. So it's like 25 minutes away from where my car was parked. He brings me home. I get up in my apartment and all of a sudden my phone rings. And I'm like, who's calling me? It's Eunice. He says, Erin, the police found your car. Mashallah. The police found your car. He says, I'm coming back around and picking you up. He picks me up in his car. We drive back to Rabat. We meet where they say they are. And sure enough, my car is parked. As soon as I saw it, I remembered exactly where it was. But I don't know how I missed finding this. I swear I checked 7 blocks up, 7 blocks this direction, 7 blocks this direction. I just don't understand how I missed this car. But we found my car and I was so happy. The police were so happy, but I may have looked very dumb, like a dumb American. who lost their car. And if you're wondering, have I lost my car since this has happened? I have lost my car again. I have not called the police, nor will I call the police, because I've learned that there's nothing wrong with my car. I just can't remember where I put it. But yeah, guys, it was hilarious, but not. Looking back now, it's very funny. It sounds like a movie. And I wanted to tell the story because in my video, Is Morocco Safe? I talked a little bit about it, but I forgot to actually answer what happened to my car. So I figured, let me put this video out there telling you what happened to my car. All right, guys, I'm going to go back to the apartment and get ready to spend my day out in Marrakesh. And I'll be back later. Bye.